This video is for you. Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to Jinx vs. Your Girl Oincom, back here with another video. And in today's video, I'm actually responding to a comment that I got on my last video, tips and tricks on relocating effectively. If you haven't checked that video out, just click the link right here, somewhere here, and check it out before watching this video because it will make more sense. But I talked about a lot of processes and applications in that video that I really couldn't get into much detail, and so somebody asked for the detail and I'm here to deliver. This video is for you. Now, the first thing that you want to do is to look at colleges. Yes, you will need to look at colleges. This will depend on the course that you're coming from, the course that you want to go to, your interest, what you want to actually do with your life. It will take a really long time. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a very overwhelming, very bulky process. But if you watch my last video, it wouldn't have to be. Okay? I'm not gonna tell you why, so go and watch the video, okay? Anyways, it's gonna take a long time. So if you start early, I don't feel like it will be such a problem for you. But if you don't have as much time, I might just advise that you get an agent, because that will make the process faster. It's not their first rodeo. They know what you need to do. They might have some options. They might streamline it down for you depending on your interest. It is an expensive venture, but it is worth it. I use an agent. I could plug in for you if you need. But yeah, that's just a tip. Now, in applying to colleges, it will depend. Are you in the STEM, which is like science, tech, engineering, math? Are you in law? Are you in arts, humanities? Are you in creativity? Whatever. For me, I was looking for anything in media. I know I want to do media. I felt like I already got the broadcasting journalism part of it in the bag based on my experiences at work, based on what I did in school, because I already did a university degree. So I really wasn't trying to go into it. At first I was, but then I changed my mind. So depending on what you actually want to do, that would boil down to research. You have to first find out what you want to do and then find a school that offers what you want to do. Now, there are plenty schools, there are plenty places, and there are plenty continents. So you need all the time that you can get to go through everything. Like I said, if you do not have that time, let's say you're in finals, you're trying to finish school strong, or you're working, then just get an agent. But there are different schools, different options. Find one that works for you, find the course that you want to do, and then that should help streamline the process, make things easier and faster. Now let's talk about tuition. So if you're applying, depending on where or the country you're applying to, university might be more expensive than college might be more expensive than trade school. So depending on what you want to do, you might want to consider scholarships. Now, not all universities allow you to get external scholarships, so you have to keep an eye out on that. Also, not all scholarships are available to you before school starts. Sometimes you have to have a certain grade point average to be eligible to apply for this. As of now, when I came, we had to pay out of pocket, but I am consciously and currently looking for scholarships so I can offset that payment. So if it's that you don't have any money to try and pay, you might want to consider the course that you're going for and make sure that it is a scholarship friendly course. Usually STEM, you guys are good. But in the humanities, arts, creative side of it, you might need to dig deep and your research might need to be really because it's not out there like that. And even if it's out there, it's usually not a full ride. It's usually a certain percentage or a certain amount. So yeah, you need to check that out, and you need to check it out fast, because when the scholarships are available, the deadlines come quick and they come fast. So just make sure that your research game is strong. Make sure that you have your course, you have your continent or country, you have the course, the college you want to apply to, or the university, and then you have possible scholarship options. If you can get more than one, great. So I finally found a college that I wanted to apply for, which was Conestoga College. I also got the information from my uncle who was already living in the country I was trying to go in, my uncle and my aunt, Canada. So it's Conestoga College. I applied. I did pretty well in school, so I don't know if that ties into why they accepted me or if they just wanted to get that application money, because to apply to colleges you pay like $100. But yeah, it was pretty easy and straightforward to apply. You will need your transcript, I think from WIEC, for Conestoga, it depends on the school. Some schools will ask from primary school, some schools will ask for only your latest like degree or your current degree. So make sure that you do that research. But they just asked for my transcript from WIEC, my university, asked for my degree, they asked for proof that I speak English, but my degree wasn't ready at the time. But I was able to provide English as a medium as an alternative document, and that was enough to get me accepted. So I got accepted into the program, I got my acceptance letter, I got my offer letter, and then I was able to apply for visa. Because if you don't have like an application, if you don't have something taking you to the country, you can't apply for visa to go through the study route. So guys, full disclosure, this is my old camera. Something happened to my new camera. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get to a technician to get it fixed, but this camera is really, it's killing me. I don't know what's going on with the exposure. I don't know what's going on. It's just bear with me, okay? Now let's go to visa applications. For visa applications, you would need a couple documents. You need your passport. Make sure that your passport is, the expiry date is way after your school's expected graduation date. They really check that stuff. You will need proof of funds. You will need your statement of purpose, which is like a letter stating why you're going there. You might want to package it to seem like you don't intend to stay. I don't know why. I was told to do that, and the first time I didn't do that, I got rejected. The second time I did it. Now let's talk about proof of funds a little bit. Depending on where you're going to, the amount will change. But for Canada, we needed $20,000 to be in the account, just to prove that we had it. And it can be in like a large or a lump sum. You have to break it down across the different, like pay it over a certain amount of time, maybe 3 months, 6 months. This is why I say in my previous video that timing is very important. Then you need the proof of acceptance, like your acceptance letter from your school. That's why I said you have to do the first step to come to this step, because they need to know that, oh, a school is willing to carry you here. Oh, this is so why you need the visa. Proof of financial support. And then since I think late last year, 2023 December or January 2024, you will now need a provincial attestation letter, which is essentially a letter that Canada is going to send to you to say, oh, come, we accept you. Essentially, they would send it to you as part of your school document. I was the first set that needed this, because like it never used to be a thing, so it took quite a while, but I feel like the process will be faster now. The province will send it to your school, and then your school will send it to you. There's also like other documents, so you can add anything that will support your cause. So whether proof of accommodation, maybe more proof that backs your financial support, anything that will try to support or make you look better, that will package it well, add it there. Nothing is too much. I added a resume as well because I have job experiences. I know that I've been working since I was 16 and I felt like it would look good, so I added it. Now, when I applied for the first time, I got rejected. We eventually asked for the reason why, and they were like, they didn't believe the source of my funds. They didn't believe the source of my funding. So the next time I applied, I packaged the proof of the funds. I packaged it well, like relationship between me and my dad, relationship between me and my brother, down to pictures, down to text messages on WhatsApp. Anything that proves that, yo, this guy is in my life and we know each other and we talk every day. Pack it there. Like, be as bogus, and I don't think the word is bogus, but pack as many as you need. Nothing is too much. Just pack. As far as it puts you in good light, it makes you look good, and it gives proof of the things that you're saying. Pack it there. Don't pack it and it sound false. So I didn't tell you to lie. Just pack all the things that are true, all the things that look good, and all the things that will help or that you think will help, because they probably will. When you get your visa approved, hopefully it takes between 6 to 8 weeks. They say 8 to 12 weeks on the website, but it took me 6 weeks. After you apply, you'll be asked to submit biometrics. Now, these biometrics will last for 10 years, but you need to pay. I think it was 25, I'm not 100% sure, 25 or 50. You'd have to pay for biometrics, but they last for 10 years. So when I got rejected the first time, I didn't need to do biometrics again for the next application because we're still in the system. So they'll take your picture, they'll take your fingerprints, they'll take whatever. And then you get to the next step. On the 6th week, I got a response to go the second time to go and do my medical. So I asked my agent, like, what does that mean? He was like, that's usually the next step before they approve the visa. And since I didn't get it the first time, I was like so gassed. I was like, oh my gosh, what? So you have to do your medicals at a IOM, like an immigration official medical center, whatever. There's one in Lagos and there's one in Abuja. They'll give you the details. They'll give you, you can pick a location. You have to pay for it. The payment for the medicals is about 100 and something. You do the medicals, it takes like 1 week for the results to be sent to them. If you want the results yourself, you need to apply for that or something, or like request it specifically. They wouldn't send it to you if you don't request for it. Now you might want to request for it early on, because I didn't request for it. I didn't think I needed it, but when I was applying for my co-op work permits, they asked for identifying documents, and maybe if I had that, it would have been more of an identifying document that I did do the medicals, rather than just the receipt that I did to pay for the appointments. I don't think it's going to affect anything, but I just think it's better to have it. So if you're coming to Canada, you wouldn't get your study permit until you get to Canada. So you need to book a flight. Check Waka now, ask the traveling agents, get the cheapest flight possible as quick as possible to the destination of your choice. I was going to Canada, so I got a flight. You know my situation is particularly peculiar, so don't use me as an example rather, because everything was rush. But I got my flight, and then at the port of entry, you would be asked to fill out some documents on like a computer screen. Like there's literally no human interaction in that airport. It's like you are a machine almost throughout, until the point that you have to get your study permit. So they'll ask you for some things, you give it to them, they'll give you your study permits. For some reason, some people are able to get their work permits at the port of entry as well. I wasn't able to, so I don't really understand that. I had to apply, and I have applied right now. I haven't gotten it yet, but I know it's coming, so it's fine. My course needs a co-op work permit because there'll be a placement at the end of the course. Your course might not need that. You might just get a work permit because you want to work, and your study permits might already include work permit features, because sometimes you wouldn't need a work permit to actually work as a student on a study permit. So like I said, everything boils down to research. Make sure you do some of that. Even if you have an agent, you want to know things for yourself, because you don't want to be caught lacking in a new country. Now, I'll speak briefly on this, on accommodation, because like I said, I'm staying with my aunt and my uncle. I have family here. So if you do not have family here, make sure that you do research into accommodation, into housing, into dorms, whatever is cheaper or whatever is more comfortable. Make sure you do that before coming here, and make sure you verify everything. Double check before sending any money to anybody, because you don't want to be scammed, and a lot of international students get scammed. So double check, triple check, fact check everything, and verify with the school before making payment, just to be 100% sure. Now, to end this video, I just want to highlight, don't be a lazy goat. Don't take what I tell you at face value. Do your own research. I hope I was able to answer most, if not all, of your questions, but if you have any more questions and if I am able to answer it, I will. Just leave them down in the comment section and I'll get to it as quickly as I can. If not, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.